In today's video, we're going to be making this yummy, delicious palava sauce or spinach stew. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Tell me if you're ready in the comments below. So these are the ingredients you are going to need. So I typically would use habanero peppers, the fresh peppers, but went to the store today, couldn't find them. So I'm going to be using 2 habanero peppers as well as about a tablespoonful of cayenne pepper. I have about half the ginger that I'm showing you here, so that's maybe 1/4 pound or 1/8 pound of ginger, 1 big onion, 5 tomatoes. All right, I'm going to have some salt to taste, so do it to your preference. Then I'm also going to have some protein, so I have some tuna here as well as eggs. That's what we're going to use for our palava sauce. And of course, how can we forget the star of the show, the spinach itself? I have about 7 bundles here that you usually would get at the store. One thing that is absolutely important is that you need to really wash your spinach well, even though usually when you get them from the stores, they're washed. You know, all kinds of bugs live on leaves, as well as these are harvested from plants, which there's a lot of dirt, right? Plants are grown in dirt. So I bought spinach that was really, really dirty and was sandy. So I'm a big proponent of washing these the spinach before you use it. Once you wash the spinach, it's time to chop. So that's me chopping away at this spinach. I don't know about you, but I like to take the stalks and throw them out. And once I chop them, I like to re-chop them again so that it's fine. But you can chop these to your to however you like it. I'm also going to be chopping this onion right here. Whilst I was chopping, I had the oil on the stove. This is about 5 tablespoonfuls of oil, just vegetable oil, that I'm heating at medium to high heat. Then with the tomatoes, the peppers, as well as the ginger, I'm going to be blending those here in this blender and getting that ready for when we're going to add it. Okay, so I'm just blending it and getting it ready. By this point, the oil is nice and hot, and I can add my onions and begin sauteing those. And I'm gonna do that until the onions are golden brown and smelling all good and nice. Okay, all right, so once this is done, I'm gonna add a tablespoonful of cayenne pepper. We like our food spicy. If you are not a spice person like us, ignore this part of it, but I'll do this as well as add a tablespoonful of salt. Once this has simmered for about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and add the blended tomatoes, peppers, and ginger. Mix. So I went ahead and cracked my eggs and opened up my can of tuna. I ended up with an extra egg here because I was making breakfast for my son and he doesn't like the yolks, so we ended up with 4 yolks anyway. So at this point, I've boiled this for about, cooked this for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start adding the spinach. We'll add the eggs and fish at the last 10 minutes of making this. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in the spinach, okay? And so here's I'm adding the spinach. Now one thing you'll notice, I'll show you in just a minute, is that the spinach takes up a lot of space. Don't worry about it because it's going to cook down, okay? It's going to cook down. So you'll see it in just a minute where it really cooks down. So I let this on the stove for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I'll add the eggs and fish. By this point, it's really cooked down, as you can see here. So it takes about an hour or so to make this from start to finish. And I collected some of the stock because this had a lot of stock. I'm going to use that for another recipe. So here we go with our finished product, your palava sauce, aka spinach stew. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure to give us a thumbs up below and comment and let us know that you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.